you go. All right, so welcome everyone to Strength and Conditioning. So this class runs a little bit different than yesterday's class. If you're here yesterday was a little bit more relaxed. So it's going to be, I wouldn't use more intense, but we're definitely going to, the likelihood of us being sore is definitely higher than yesterday due to the fact that we will be lifting, if you have resistance bands, you want to grab those. If you have some heavy objects, you're going to have those. We'll go on again. This is a down weight, just kind of, oh no. Okay, Aaron's back. Okay, so so this class will go with the warm-up. We'll go with the first step, is body weight movements. And then as we're progressing, we'll go with some dumbbells, we have resistance bands, a little bit more equipment. So, and then how this class goes, we'll work our shoulders, our arms, our chest, our abs, our back, our hip flexors, quads, hamstrings, calves, arches. We'll try to touch everything. And that whole set would be, all those movements or all those body parts would be one set. We'll try to do about 3 sets, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the warm-up. So doing strength and conditioning, we want to make sure that we get a really nice warm-up, especially our neck. I've strained my neck before several times, doing pull-ups, doing movements for my back, for my shoulders. So let's make sure we really stretch out the neck, left to right. And try to go as far back to each side as possible. Now up and down. And you want to be breathing as we're doing these stretches. All right, let's do some neck circles. So slower is better. Let's get full range of motion. All right, switch directions. Very good. All right, let's do some arm circles lightly. It's a light stretch, but you could get your arms really fatigued doing this one. All right, reverse. My kitchen, this area here that I'm working out in smells like chicken right now. I didn't realize the pressure cooker, you have to let steam out, and it just releases this perfume of chicken into the whole. And I've closed the doors, and it just gets everywhere. So I have my fan on 24/7. All right, let's do windmills. Reverse. Yeah, I started eating my rice and fish, my rice and chicken with light Italian dressing. So I would typically just put that on salads, but it's actually not that bad. It's better than, I think I finished 3 barbecue sauce bottles in the last 2 weeks, and let's switch. So switching it up to Italian dressing. So if you guys are new to the class, I'm only sharing because I started a new nutrition plan about a month ago, and it's pretty boring and tasteless. So all right, switch.
Yeah, not like those hamburgers or whatever, the barbecue.
Yeah, it's not.
It does not sound boring.
No, I mean, so I know I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. You guys returners probably heard this a million times, but for breakfast, at least for the last 5 weeks now. It's we're doing trunk rotations. I eat 4 whole eggs and 4 egg whites. And then I also eat a pretty large bowl of oatmeal with peanut butter and cinnamon. So that's my breakfast. And then all right, we're gonna do ab circles. And then that's my first meal. I'm supposed to eat 5 meals. And then my second meal, which I just had, is about 6.5 ounces of chicken, which, I mean, it's a lot. It's about, if you measure it, it's about 2 cups of chicken and then a cup of rice. And then my third meal, I have a protein shake. And then my fourth and fifth meal are exactly like my second meal. So 6.5 ounces of chicken with rice and big hula hoops. So yeah, so you can see after a while, you're not looking forward to chicken, and you can substitute chicken for tilapia or shrimp. But usually the stuff that tastes a little bit better, like shrimp, is a little bit fattier. So when I go that route, I'm going away from my goals. So yeah, so I've just been testing out different sauces and switch directions. But the pressure cooker has saved me. I was just going off the crock pot, and yeah, you can't really cook potatoes down there unless you have 10 hours to wait for them, and so, and with the summer being here, like you don't want to turn on the stove or the oven too much. So all right, so we got our hip circles there. So let's go ahead and let's just do some hip openers. So just forward and out, keeping those hips forward. So make sure you're not turning your body. We're not turning our torso. We're keeping our torso forward, turning. Yeah. Yeah, and apparently on top of that, usually after a workout, I'll have my protein shake. And my trainer told me that that protein shake doesn't count as part of the meal. So in reality, I have 6 meals that I wasn't doing correctly for about 4 weeks. And then because I don't consume a lot of fruit because it's high in sugar, I have to take a supplement that is a superfood with fiber. So that's like another meal, and yeah, it's a lot. And why am I doing this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this, We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and do some leg swings. So let's find a pose, a counter, chair, and then let's just swing back and forth. About 15 to 20 swings. All right, very good. Let's switch sides. All right, awesome. Okay, now what we're gonna do is hamstring stretch because we are doing some legs today. So slight bend at the knee, so we're not locked out here. We're slightly bent. We're bringing our hands down our shins. Make sure you're breathing. Don't forget to breathe. The more you hold your breath, the tighter your body gets, the more tense. So you want to make sure you're relaxed. If you're stressed out, usually your muscles are a little bit more tense. Bring those knees back. Get that nice stretch, that hamstring. Relax. And rise back up. All right, let's go with the quad stretch. Yeah, so when I was younger, competing in high school, our coach would tell us, you know, you guys need to relax before your race. Because some of us thought if we ran angry or if we were acting like we wanted just to destroy the other team and ran mad, that we would be running, you know, more aggressively. You know, that was going to turn into fire for a few for the fire, and just, you know, we're going to run a lot faster. Let's switch. But the more stressed out you are, the more, you know, I guess, yeah, the more stressed you are and the less relaxed you are, that means the more tense your muscles become too, because your body becomes a little bit tighter. That's why sometimes they say when people are in car accidents, you know, that fall asleep at the wheel, or sometimes, you know, are under the influence, their bodies are super relaxed and they tend to be not the ones that don't get injured because their bodies are really relaxed. I know it's just trying to like a dark turn, but you know, as far as your body being relaxed, it's gonna move a little bit more freely. So that's why you want to breathe and relax while we're doing these movements. All right, and last one we're gonna do is a deep squat stretch. So this one could be a little bit challenging. So let's just make sure we're bringing our heels, our hips down to our heels. If we stay up here, that's okay, but eventually, promise you, we'll get down here. And sorry about the lower outside. Yeah, we got Rofani. Rofani, we haven't seen you in like 4 months. How are you?
Oh yeah, I've been kind of busy for the past few months.
Okay.
I had a summer job, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm back now. So
All right, awesome.
yeah.
Welcome. All right, let's get off our heels on our toes. Chest up. All right, let's drop those heels. Let's rise up. All right. All right, very good. So these steps, each step takes about 15 minutes because we are working out about 8 muscle groups. So what I do recommend for today's workout is grab some water. If you have a small towel, you might sweat. So we're gonna be doing, like I said, all the muscle groups plus 1 cardio movement and then plus 1 balance movement too. So we're gonna incorporate those in there, which we haven't before. So yeah, so if you guys have some dumbbells, you could go ahead and grab. If you have a heavy object like a detergent container or water gallon, some dumbbells, resistance bands, now's a good times to get those. So just gonna set up my yoga mat. And in between movements, we'll take about a 20 to 30-second break. And in between sets, which are the entire movement, we'll take about, how long do we usually take? I think we usually take about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. So, okay. Any questions before we start? If you guys have a preference or want to work out a specific body part, let me know. Otherwise, this class we usually just do the full body, unless there's a request or you want to work on something else. So, give you guys about another 30 seconds to get settled in. And if you're the type that doesn't get your fruit in, this is what I'm taking. It's this superfood from Costco. So yeah, I just take this. This is Honey Crisp apple flavor. It's not too bad.
Oh, they started to sell that?
Yeah, I saw that at Costco. I think that little container has enough for about 30 servings, about $20. But yeah, unless I'm making a smoothie, I sometimes don't get a lot of fruit in my system. Okay. All right, so we'll warm up. Oh, we warmed up, but we'll start with some jumping jacks just to get the blood flow going. Again, if we can't do jumping jacks, I know sometimes we have, and again, if there's a movement we're doing and it's causing pain, just avoid it or let me know and I'll find an alternate. So we're gonna do jumping jacks. If you can't do jumping jacks, we're gonna do bunny hops, okay? So both are working out the calves, but jumping jacks, there's a little bit of lateral movement on that. All right, ready? 30 jumping jacks. Okay, go. Four, 5, 6, 8, 19, 20. 9 and 30. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna go straight to shoulder. All right, so grab your weights. Do you have them? I got my 5-pound weights here. Okay, this is an easy one, so not too demanding. This is just shoulder shrugs. So just bring your shoulders up to your ears and then just drop the weights down, up and down. Again, if you have very, very light weight and this seems very easy, give me 15 to 20 of these. If you have some weights that you're struggling with or they're on the heavier side, give me about 10 to 12. And yeah, I don't think anyone should have a weight where you could barely lift it. So we're either doing 10 to 12 or 15 to 20 if it feels like you're just carrying paper clips, like some of you guys are. So remember, as you get stronger, some of these weights are gonna feel a little bit easier. So you have to upgrade your equipment. Some of you guys that have been here with me for so long should have some 20-pounders by now. So like I said, the weights have dropped in price lately, so. All right, very good. Okay, so that's gonna be for our light shoulder ones. Okay, now we're gonna go hammer, well, we're gonna go with regular bicep curls. So now my palms are facing the screen. I'm gonna go up, down, and we're doing full extensions. So all the way up, all the way down. Okay, and again, same numbers. If it's very light, give me 15 to 20. If it's on the heavier side, maybe 8 to 10 of these. And if it starts getting heavier, you could do one arm at a time. That's gonna allow for your other arm to recover more. But if it's very light, you could just, kill time or just go a little bit quicker with time and with here. And Sharice, you got some 12-pounders there? Looks like heavy duty.
They're only 8s. I have
Oh,
10. I have 5 10s and 8s.
oh, you could do 10s. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna put those down. Okay, next one's gonna be some chest compression. This is, besides push-ups, this is another one that we could do a chest workout. Okay, so this one, I like doing it sitting down. You can do it standing. We're gonna put our palms together and we're gonna press real hard against each other and squeeze. You should feel your pecs contracting. Hold for about 3 seconds and relax. Then squeeze, 1, 2, 3, relax. If you're not feeling pressure on your pecs, you might not be doing them correctly. So make sure you're pressing the bottom of my palms together. Relax, almost like if they're fighting each other and I'm trying to break them. Make sure it's not causing pain. Relax. Relax. Usually when you're doing work, that's where you want to exhale. So relax. Again. You see those bodybuilders at the gym grunting real loud. That's because they're exhaling. And yeah, you might be like, oh, these jogs are making loud noises, but I sometimes catch myself doing the same thing when I'm lifting real heavy. Last one. And you hear them all the time do that. So, all right, great. Right, let's find a wall, a pretty clean wall, not too many obstructions. Okay, so I have my wall here. And all we're doing is we're gonna be up against the wall, back of the palms against the wall, elbows against the wall, and we're sliding up and down. Make sure your palms and your elbows don't leave that wall. Okay, so we're doing 10 of these. So get back there, make sure your back is up against the wall, your palms and your elbows, and slide up, slide down, keeping those palms against the wall. And we have no weight right now. And this is pretty challenging. Try to keep your glutes up against the wall as well. Don't have those hips forward, have them up against the wall. And if you feel those elbows coming off the wall, just bring them back. Bring those elbows all the way down, all the way up, always keeping contact with the wall. And just check yourself every few seconds because, you know, before you know it, your hips might be off the wall, your back, your hands. All right, let's do 3 more. Last one. Whew. Okay. So yes, that's one of the more demanding ones that we tend to do without equipment. Everyone's walking out of the wall like we just did a lot of workout. All right, very good. Okay, next ones we're gonna do abs. Okay, so this is one that I like doing during cardio and core, and we'll usually do this one on Thursdays, but we'll do it right now too, just as a stand-up one. So we're gonna go with, let me back this up. Trying to get in this, trying to get this camera right. Okay, trying to get in this position. Right knee comes across, right elbow goes back. So it looks something like this. Okay, you guys want to practice that movement? So right knee comes across, right elbow goes back. Okay, so elbow back, right knee across. Ready? We're gonna do 25 seconds on each side. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Make sure you're driving that knee. You're twisting that torso. And my eyes are just keeping track of my hands. So my eyes are just following my hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, that heart rate up a little bit. All right, ready? We're gonna switch sides. So left elbow back, left knee across. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. 25 seconds. Sometimes my clock is wrong, so just hear me out. Very good. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Woo. All right, very good. So obliques right there. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with hip joint here. So this one we're gonna go, it's gonna be a sumo squat into a leg lift, okay? So it's gonna look something like this. So sumo squat, just wide stance, sumo squat, leg lift, okay? And again, try to keep your torso as upright as possible. You don't wanna do this here. Okay, we don't wanna turn, you wanna stay as upright as possible. Okay, we're gonna do 10 on each side. This is working out quads, glutes, hip flexors, hamstrings, doing it all. So this is a big movement. Ready? Okay, go. Down, up. Make sure you squat down. Stretching the right leg first. Right or left leg, whatever leg you pick. We're not alternating yet. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. You're gonna feel that glute fire. All right, ready? Let's switch sides. Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Really lift that leg. Make sure your toes are pointing towards the camera. They shouldn't be pointing towards the wall to your left. They should be pointing forward. Three, 2, 1. Time. All right. Sometimes 10 means 12, in case you didn't know. So, all righty. Very good. Okay, and let's grab those. So what we're gonna do is sorry. So we're gonna just hop back and forth over an imaginary line. So just if there's a line on the floor, we're just gonna be hopping bunny hops back and forth. Okay. We're just gonna do that for 20 seconds, working out the calf muscles and a little bit of lateral movement. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Thirty seconds. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Very good. Okay. All right, last one to finish off this set. We're just going to do our 3 variations of toe walks. We're just walking on our toes. Our toes are pointing forward. We're off our heels. And we're just walking as if we were wearing high heel shoes, or if we had, you know, only soles on the forefoot and we want to keep our heels elevated. So just walk on your toes, activating those calves. All right, let's turn those toes inwards. Now we look pigeon-toed. So this is working out the lateral side of our calf muscles. So this outside part. So keeping those toes pointing in. All right, point them out. Toes out. Working out the inside part. All right, to finish this set off, just with a little bit of cardio, we're gonna go with the step back, tricep kickback. Very long name. It's a little bit of coordination. So our legs are doing this here, while our arms are gonna be up here, going back and forth, okay? So it's not my entire shoulders. This elbows are locked back, and we're gonna go here, just alternating. Okay, 30 seconds of that. Stretching out, working out the triceps. Also some mobility of our knee. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. I like just keeping a neutral spine, so I like keeping my head on the same angle as my spine is. So I'm looking down. Try not to look around when you're using your back for a movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, very good. All right, about a minute rest. We'll start the next set. So get some water. Now's a good time to use the restroom if you need to. Woo! Okay. All right, so we're moving on to shoulders. Okay. Shoulders we already did. Oh, we did shoulder shrugs. Okay. Now we're gonna do front raises. Okay. The front raises. Grab those dumbbells. Sometimes 5 to 10 pounds is a good weight. Sometimes 10 could be a little bit too much. So we're gonna do front raises. Okay. So front raises. Dumbbells come right at the same height as our shoulders. Okay. Not past our shoulders. Not up here. Not to the side. Just right in front of us. Okay. Right here. Again, not here, but here. Okay. So you start here. 1, 2, and again, same numbers. If it's light, 15 to 20. If it's on the heavier side, maybe 8 to 10. And only you know how you feel, and you want to make sure that you have proper technique. So make sure that you also don't want to be swinging. You don't want to be doing this here. You just want to centralize that movement to your shoulders. And again, if you start becoming tired, you could do one arm at a time here and alternate. Go. Is anyone grunting? Okay. All right, so using our shoulders right there. Okay. All right, I know now you guys are gonna need a chair for this next one. We're gonna be doing dips. Okay. So this next one, you do need a chair. And I have it fixed up against the couch. So I don't want it to slide back behind me. You don't want to slip, so make sure that it's safe. So you have the chair. And again, if you want to make it more challenging, extend your legs. If you want to just get the concept done, have them close to you, and then just push up, all the way down, all the way up. And again, give me 10 to 15. And if these are really challenging, just give me, until, I don't want you guys to collapse, but until you feel like things are going south and you're getting tired, and just catch yourself before we injure ourselves or avoid any of that. Do 3 more. 2, 1, time. All right. Okay, while we're here, this is one that we're gonna do tomorrow. We'll just do a little bit of mobility, stretch out our piriformis. I think this is one that we should do any day, every day actually. So bring that right ankle above the left knee, and then you could lean over towards that knee and just feel that stretch in that piriformis. I actually have more range of motion than yesterday already. So. This is a nice little break. All right, let's switch. All right. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do some push-ups now. Okay. So if you guys have your yoga mat, you could do some knee-assisted push-ups, or you could, just do the old school push-ups and just go ahead and be extended. So for this one, we just worked out our triceps. So let's have our arms a little bit away from our body, because when they're closer, we're using our triceps a little bit more. Further away, biceps and chest. Okay, so we go ahead and do that. So again, 10 to 15. Ready? Up. Okay, go. And on your own count, make sure you're looking down. Don't look around. All right, very good. All right, so this is a set where we are going to be on the ground a little bit more. Because now we're going to do abs from here. Okay. All right. Okay. So this one, we're going to go with bicycle crunches, okay? So bicycle crunches, we're going to be bringing our elbow to our opposite knee and going back and forth. So this isn't a bicycle crunch here, just moving your legs. You're gonna make sure that we're bringing our elbows to that opposite knee. Okay, we're gonna go for 30 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, okay, go. You gotta lift that chest off the ground. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Woo. All right. All right, and from here, we're gonna do some Superman. So let's roll over on your belly. Okay. So Supermans, we're gonna have our chest off the ground, arms off the ground, and then your legs off the ground. When I say legs, just as long as your knees are elevated, it should be okay. We're gonna do that for a hold of 30 seconds. Okay, so make sure you're breathing. Again, our back is activated, so make sure you're just looking down or forward, but don't look around. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and up. See, and I just found my golf ball. It's down there in the corner. Chest up, hands up, knees up. Just your torso and your upper legs that should be in contact. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, relax. And from here, just put your hands off to the side, or actually your elbows off to the side. Just elevate your shoulders off the ground. Just push off. Light stretch for the back. All right, let's put our hands where our elbows were. And then we're gonna push up and really stretch a little bit more. All right, so come back here. We're gonna work on our hip flexors. We're just gonna get in this quadruped position. And we're gonna do fire hydrants. Okay, so from here, Make sure that your knees are right below your hips. Your palms are right below your shoulders or your wrists are. And we're gonna bring our right leg first up to the side and down, up and down. And you wanna hold for about 2 to 3 seconds. And make sure that you're looking down, that your eyes are down, and you're not moving at the same direction that your leg is going. I think some of these. All right, very good. All right, once you're ready, you need to rest your arms a little bit. Shake them out. All right, left side, ready. There you go, 10 of them. All right, time, very good. Whew. All right, from here, I want you guys to do from this position, arch your back up and bring your glutes towards your heels, okay? And then just look down, bring your head like this. And with your arms, you can reach out in front of you slightly. But we're gonna hang out here for about 30 seconds. All right, reset. Okay. All right, we're gonna throw in our balance one here. I know we didn't do this one yesterday. So we're gonna do the quadruped balance movement. So this one, our right leg comes back straight and our left arm comes forward. Okay, so it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Hold for about 2 seconds. We're alternating. Okay, so let's do 6 on each side. I'm on my second one right now. So hold for about 2 seconds. Most of the balance work that we do is only based on our legs, but this is activating our core, our upper body too. So this one we don't want to skip too much. Yeah, very good. All right, next one, we're gonna go on our back. Almost get on that same position if you're doing a sit-up. So here, some of you returners know what we're about to do. So hands on our side, we're gonna be doing bridges, okay? So bridges, our hips are gonna come off the side. So hips off, squeezing the glutes, and then back down. And we wanna hold for about 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, we're gonna do this for 10 repetitions. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and up, down, up. Make sure you squeeze those glutes, down, up, 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 down, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Feel those glutes. Hamstrings activating for this one. All right. Very good. All right. You're gonna stand up, and we're gonna do. We're gonna do some calf raises. Okay, so with the dumbbells that you do have, go ahead and grab them. Let me just check the chat right now. No questions. How are you guys doing? You guys doing well? Okay, so I'm just gonna grab those dumbbells. I'm gonna do calf raises or heel raises. So we're gonna lift our heels off the ground. And we're gonna hold for about 2 to 3 seconds. And if you have heavier dumbbells or a heavier object, you could go ahead and grab that with both your hands. If you have a nephew or a grandkid playing around, just pick them up, cradle them. All right, so heels up and down, okay? Up, down, and slowly. So it's not a fast movement, so hold and down, up and down. And sometimes your body weight is enough. You don't need an extra weight to strengthen that muscle group. More. Last one. All right, good. And the last one to finish off this set, we're gonna go with ice skaters, okay? So this is more of a mobility kind of cardio movement. So wide stance, almost like the sumo squat, and we're just gonna go tapping those ankles left to right by shifting our hips side to side. And the tapping isn't necessary as long as you're shifting back and forth, but it helps us with having a good cue, just so you know what you're doing. This is good mobility for our hips and our knee. We'll do this for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, very good. All right, that's set number 2. All right, maybe we'll get like another set and a half in, maybe 2 sets. But get some water, hydrate, use the restroom if you need to. Starting 30 seconds, starting again. All right. All right, you guys kind of know what the third set means. Some of the more demanding ones. So, all right, so let's go ahead and grab those weights. This is probably the most demanding shoulder one that we do. So, all right, so for this one, these are just shoulder press, okay? So we're gonna have our weight right here at our shoulders. We're gonna press up, back down. And we want to make sure that, I'll put here at an angle so you guys see. So you see how the weights are slightly in front of my shoulders and they're not back here. So we want to make sure that we're slightly forward, okay? And we're pressing up here. All right. So again, at your own count, if you start getting a little bit tired, then just switch. What I don't want to see you guys do is when we start doing this to press, we don't want to start turning or struggling. Once you feel like your form is deteriorating, that's when I want you to stop, unless you do one at a time. Okay. All right. So again, this one's, if it's new to you, it could be challenging. So maybe 5 to 8 if it's uncomfortable. But if you got the technique down, maybe you could do 10 to 12. Okay. Ready? Here you go. Even 5 pounds could get heavy. Control it. Breathing, grunting. Woo. If they're only 5s, then you can kind of feel it sometimes. So, right. Okay. All right. So you're done with the chair. Now we're gonna go with cross curls. So you can go with the same dumbbells. Gonna be here, and we're gonna be cross curls. Okay. So palms at the initial position, palms are facing the camera, and I'm bringing that right arm or right dumbbell to my left chest, just back and forth. Controlling it. And you want full extension too, so. I hear someone grunting.
Oh, sorry.
No. The more grunting, the merrier.
And also when you're doing this, you keep your lower back straight because I tend to curve.
Yeah, so you always want to have your core activated on these. So that's going to keep it a little bit more stable, more safe. Yeah, so we don't want to be here doing this. It's going to be
Or yeah.
Controlled. And then sometimes when I'm lifting and I'm grunting and counting at the same time. It's pretty funny because I'm like, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, but I've noticed that when I hold my breath, like my face gets really red, so I just grunt. All right, we got that.
Oh, good.
All right, right here. Okay, so we got arms. We got, we'll do our back one before we get down to the floor because we're gonna spend some time on the floor. So for the back, what we're gonna do is some bent over rows. So same dumbbell, or if you have something heavier, we're gonna get, so if you guys can pay attention real quick, because there's several ways to do this one correctly. So we wanna make sure that your back isn't here and that you're not pulling here tucked in. You wanna make sure that you're in a spot where your back is straight and you're just bringing that elbow directly behind you and you're letting it drop as far as you can go. Okay, or if you want to, you could even, so I have my hand here, you can also rest your elbow, but as long as your back is straight, okay? So we're doing 10 of these. So these are called bent over dumbbell rows. Most of these names or lifts are associated with the movements and with the equipment that you're using. All right, and then dumbbells with your sides. And make sure that your position is ideal. That's the first thing you want to look out for. You don't want to be out here arched over or lazy. You want to make sure that back is straight. We're activating that core, keeping that core tight. And you'll recognize that, you know, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this one seems too easy with this weight. So that's where we have to try to either look for some heavier equipment or, you know, like this one would be perfect with a detergent container because those have a handle and you could use that one easily for this one. And some of those unopened could be 15 to 20 pounds. So, okay, very good. You know, another idea could be a bucket of sand. Next time you go to the beach, you know, stop by Lowe's real quick first, buy a $4 bucket, fill it up with sand. You could do sumo squats with that, or a 20-pound bag of rice from Costco. You could use that, hold it here, and you can do sumo squats. I mean, so many. You can get so creative with these. All right, so let's go down to the floor. We're gonna do some flies. Okay, so same dumbbells. This is another one where it might feel light. Again, there's some movements where 5 pounds might seem like too much, and sometimes it's strong enough for 100 pounds might seem like too little. So, you know, that's the case. Sometimes the calf raises, 100 pounds in the machine might seem pretty light, but then 5 pounds on the leg curl could seem like, you know, like you're lifting an elephant. Okay, so next one, we're gonna do flies. Okay, so flies, we're here, and we're bringing and squeezing above us, back, and then squeezing above us, and we're doing 10 of these. Okay, you can have your elbow slightly bent, but remember, we're doing a fly, so we're meeting in the center, like if we're doing a big hug. We're not doing a press, okay? So press would be more like a push-up, and now we're doing a fly. Very good. Keep going, good job. Good job, ladies. Good job, Winnie.
Oh, my goodness.
Right. Very good. One thing I haven't seen yet is your guys' animals. Usually, you guys' puppies or cats are running around right now. I haven't seen them yet. All right. Where's your cat, Debbie? Your cat usually takes over your screen.
What's that?
Your cat
I don't know.
doesn't want a treat.
This new dog likes to run after the cats, and so they're probably waiting.
Okay, awesome. All right, Mariah. So next time is Mariah's favorite. So Russian twist. Okay, so Russian twist. We're gonna go. We're gonna get in this reclining position. We're gonna bring our elbows back and forth. If that seems too easy, you're gonna elevate your feet and you're going back and forth. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, go. Halfway there. Oh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo. All right. Very good. All right, we're gonna go with Jane Fonda's. Right, so Jane Fonda's. Get on our side. Make sure you're lined up. And we're gonna raise that leg up and slowly bring it down, making sure that it doesn't come all the way down. And you elevate it. And we're doing 12 of these on each leg. Slower is better. Woo. Feel that burn. All right. Once you're ready, you can roll to the other side. Or just switch sides. Okay. Oh. All right, and begin. I don't keep on camera. I think we tried our best. And again, if there's any pain with any of these movements, make sure to avoid them because you don't want to trigger some injury. Whew. All right. Whew. Okay. All right, from here, I think we did these yesterday. We'll do a few of them today. Clamshells. So again, we're just gonna go from that Jane Fonda position, just bring those knees forward a little bit and separate at the knees, keeping the feet together. Just separate at the knees. All right, someone said thank you. I don't know who it is from here, but you're welcome. Let's switch. All right. Good. All right, just gonna get another one. I think we've done this one a couple times. This is for our hip flexors. Be a little challenging. So it helps if you have a water bottle or a dumbbell. So I have this dumbbell. You guys can see it right here in front of me. So what we're gonna do is have my legs besides it. I'm gonna go, and I don't want to be reclining back like this. I want to be a bit upright, and I want to be bringing my right foot over it, back and forth. Make sure that you're upright. We're gonna do this 10 times over. If you knock it down, you start over. Oh man, it's definitely more challenging if you're upright. All right, so let's switch and switch legs. Working out the stiff flexors. Some of those that you're looking at like, oh, I could do that. And then 20 seconds into it, you start sweating. All right, good. Whew. All righty. And then to finish off this set, we're gonna go with some round the clock sissy squats, if you guys remember those still. Then after that, we'll cool down. So this one does take a little bit of time. So around the clock, sissy squats. So again, sissy squats just a different this variation of squats. So usually just means a slight lean. So imagine you're at the center of the clock, and we're gonna go 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, all the way around the clock. 3 complete times. So make sure that you get every hour on the dial. You know, you come back behind you, you're like, how did I get to 9 o'clock? Well, you have to bring your leg across. Okay. So right now we're actually doing about 36 sissy squats, 3 full rotations. Definitely working on balance on this one too. I love it. I see a lot of hands doing this. Perfect. So yeah, so this quad muscle that's just slightly bending at each movement, that's the one that's being activated. All right. Let's shake it out once you've done the 3 rotations, 3 spins, shake it out. Usually feel that tightness, that burning sensation right there. Cool. It's usually where your IT band is. So. Okay, very good. All right, now we're gonna stabilize with the right leg and elevate that left leg. So now we're going counterclockwise. Okay. Ready? Okay, go. So 12, 11, 10, 9. Some of you guys' clock seems to just have 8 hours or so. Me is finishing real quick. And that slight bend is also strengthening our Achilles tendon. So we're getting some stretches there. All right, and that last one. Some of us look at Grandma balance beam at a circus. We just sit out here. Oh man. Whew. Yeah, I felt my calf muscles on that one. Ease up. So yeah, very good. All right, so awesome. So it's about the full workout. We'll start the cool down right now. So hopefully you guys are feeling well. And like I said, typically we'll go maybe another half set or so, but we got most of the bigger movements. So yeah, so go ahead, grab your water, start with the cool down. All right. Whew. Good job. You folks did well today. All right. Awesome. All right, so we'll start the cool down. So leg straight, left heel in, right leg back. And let's lean towards that left knee. Stretch out that hip flexor. Loop. Tomorrow we do have flexibility and mobility, so you know if stretching or flexibility is an issue, you don't feel like you stretch enough, or maybe you just want to prevent injuries, tomorrow's the perfect class for that. So I've always said tomorrow's class is more like giving your car a tune-up, you know, changing its engine filter, its cabin filter, putting air back in the tires. Tomorrow's like But what do most people do? They check their car when the engine light comes on. So, you know, we want to make sure we avoid that. So, yeah, but I think naturally we're just reactive, and you know, something flares up. You know, if you get a runny nose, we're quick to go to the pharmacy and find all types of remedies. But you know, we just gotta be reactive so we avoid these injuries. Very good. All right, and let's go with right leg across, left arm over that right leg. Has anyone experienced recently any injuries due to some new activity you started, or maybe even with these classes?
Not with the class, but I fell down and slipped while I was walking. And I gracefully fell, thank goodness.
Yeah, luckily you caught yourself. Yeah, when I first started running many years ago, I didn't know what shin splints were. And that scared me for a bit. And I remember I had my first calf strain. I was limping everywhere. You know, I thought it was going to be something that was going to heal in about a day or two. So then, of course, I tried sprinting again 2 days later, and I worsened it, and now I'm out for like 2 weeks. So, yeah, I think, but when you're 14, 13 years old, you're not thinking about, you know, stretching and icing and, you know, taking care of your body. And then I think icy hot became my best friend when I was in high school. So, left heel in, right leg out.
Yeah.
I can do this one.
Yeah, so, and that icy hot, I mean, it's just, feels good on the skin for a few minutes, and then it doesn't really do anything. It's good to massage with, but doesn't get deep enough. Yes, you can reach for your toes. Oh, and for this one, actually, let's reach back with our hind arm and reach towards our toes. So we're stretching our back as well.
Nice.
Okay.
The hind arm. All right, very good. And now we're going to bring both our heels in. Bring those knees down.
I
Do you have a specific class for abs?
So Thursday's class is cardio and core. So on that class, we typically do 3 cardio movements and then 2 core movements. And we usually do about 7 or 8 sets of those. So, so yes, that's on Thursday.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's probably the one class where we tend to sweat a little bit more. Today's class, we hit it a few times, but on, you know, I think on Thursday's class, we hit it about 3 or 4 times as much as today.
okay, thank you.
Now let's cross those legs, move forward.
get.
most trainers, they'll tell you that abs are made in the kitchen. So yeah, sometimes what we eat has more of an influence on our six pack than a bunch of sit-ups and crunches. All right, very good. Okay, so reset position, left leg back, right heel in, lean back. Switch. And goes back. So that's stretching that quad. Leaning back.
Oh.
And then tomorrow's class we try to stretch every joint and every muscle group in our body. Try to activate every, pretty much every joint of our body, every tendon. So tomorrow's, sometimes a class like tomorrow could still get you very sore if you're not used to working out certain movements or stretching certain joints of the body parts. All right, and then we'll do this one tomorrow, but we'll do a few of these. So we'll get into this quadruped position. And we're just going to begin the cat-cow motion. So, exhaling, pressing down. So inhale, exhale down. And just, all right, folks. I can't say good job, ladies, because I think I see one fellow male in the classroom. So, woo! Finally, we have our first, male member in like a year. So, no, I appreciate you. Yeah, sometimes I feel lonely here. So, the ladies yell at me sometimes. So, yeah, but no, I do appreciate all of you. Thanks again for joining. Let me end this recording. And yeah,